Yo, what is up, guys? Joker bringing you another video for the 3.23 Affliction League. So, about a day ago, Ziz had an interview with a couple of the devs about PoE 2 and some things actually coming to PoE 1 and trade, right? Essentially, in this video right here, he asked, should we expect some things in PoE 2 like itemization of the Astling Slam? Like, I'll literally just let him say it, right?
In PoE 2, could we expect to see more things itemized, like the Ashling Slam and things that people are currently trying to buy as services from other people?
Well, this is really I guess it's really tied to PoE1 because I don't know if that's mechanic in
Well,
particular
no,
is going to.
it does matter in PoE2. Basically, yes, we
We
understand the
yeah
fact.
yeah
Like
yeah
in
yeah
general, we are trying very hard to avoid any situation where where a thing that someone would want to trade is not itemized.
yeah, and to specifically address Isling Slam, that I believe there's some changes coming with that in the next patch as well. So
I think there are a bunch of things getting itemized in the next
yeah,
PoE1 update.
Very.
See, and look how happy Jonathan looks when he's saying that as well, right? So there's obviously something that's going to happen. He pretty much tells us that Aisling Slam is going to be one of the things that indefinitely comes in 3.24 as an itemization, which is going to be incredibly helpful. I have a feeling it is going to be a lot like the Alva temples, right? How it went into an itemized version. That way, you're going to be able to go ahead and sell them pretty much in bulk. I think Aisling is going to be a lot like that, and it's going to give you a lot of incentive to actually farm it. In case you don't know what I'm referencing, let's go ahead and hop over to PoE. Okay, so in case you don't know, previously how it worked is once you finished a temple, there was an enter temple button, right? So you were only ever able to save up one double corruption chamber and then you had to run it, right? There is a pretty much a large amount of people that wanted it to be different. So GGG acclimated to that and they made it a tradable item. They went ahead and flashbang. They went ahead and made it so the Alva Temple, the Chronicle of Atsuatl, was now tradable. This allowed you to go ahead and buy multiple double corruption rooms, right? And I have a feeling that the Aisling is going to work a lot like that. I have a feeling that once you get shit, I guess I just killed Katarina. Once you go ahead and you get it here, I'm pretty positive it's going to be either once the research room is available to enter or once you kill Katarina. I don't know which it's going to be. Most likely it's going to be tied to Katarina, right? I feel like it's going to work something like once you kill Katarina, it's going to drop an item, much like the temple scroll, or it's going to open a window where you can go ahead and just take it out at that point, right? That's when it makes the most sense because you don't want a tier 3 Aisling, you always want a tier 4 one, and that only comes from when you kill Katarina, right? You have to have it as a tier 3 and they have to be the leader in their respective houses. So I have a feeling it's going to be something like you kill Katarina and then you have the option of taking your syndicate leaders out as a customizable item, right? Which is, don't get me wrong, going to be super dope and going to make selling like all of your syndicate things super easy, right? Like your Hillock, he's not even revealed right now, like your Hillocks and your Aislings, right? I think what's his face? Verici with white sockets. Who else does something? Let me let me open up the syndicate table real quick. Okay, so we have the syndicate table here real quick, right? The things that I think are going to go itemized, like I was mentioning, are going to be pretty much this. The Verici, where you put them in research and you get the white sockets. The Hillock, where you get the flask quality. The Aisling, where you get the Veiled Chaos effect. What else on here can really be itemized? The Hillock with the weapon quality and the Hillock with the pretty much almost everything with Hillock's quality. the white sockets, and aisling. Those are really the only things that I can think that would really be itemized in this situation, right? Yeah, that's literally it. Which is going to be kind of interesting to see how they implement that, just because of the fact that that literally leaves like the other 80% of the rewards as unitemized. But the way that he phrases it in the video, right? The way that the two devs phrase it is really interesting.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and replay it real quick. Because the way they phrase it is essentially like it's a lot. Like, and looking at Jonathan's like expression, this is not going to be like one or two things coming to us in 3.24, right? It's going to be like multiple things. I may need to plug in my Ethernet cord real quick because I don't know why this is taking so long to actually load the video. Okay, give me a second. Okay, so we went and got another drink. We refreshed the video one more time, and we still barely got it to load, but it finally loaded. So let's hear him out.
2, could we expect to see more things itemized, like the Ashley Slam and things that people are currently trying to buy as services from other people?
Well, this is really I guess it's really tied to PoE1 because I don't know if that's mechanic in particular.
Well, no, it does matter in PoE2. Basically, yes, we understand the fact. In general, we are trying very hard to avoid any situation where where a thing that someone would want to trade is not itemized.
Yeah, and to specifically address Isling Slam, that I believe there's some changes coming with that in the next patch as well. So
I think there are a bunch of things getting itemized in the next PoE1 update.
Very.
Look, just 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 look at Jonathan's face, right? He gives like the fucking cheekiest smile possible when he says that. Like, I may be misreading that, but he's literally giving like the cheekiest smile when he says there is a lot of itemized things coming in the next patch, or he believes there is going to be a lot of itemized things coming in the next patch. I hope I'm not reading too much into this, and I hope it actually does come in a PoE2. I'm over here like doing crossed fingers, and I'm not even on cam right now, so there's literally no point in that. But GGG is kind of notorious for like building us up and then kind of sometimes falling short on specific things. So I hope deep down that my last video actually did what it was intended, as well as everyone else's video. It did what was intended, and it kind of forced the hand of GGG to finally do something about it, right? About some of these itemized trades. I feel like it was something that they were already working on and just wasn't fully in development. But after the recent controversy, it pretty much kicked that shit into 11, right? Where they were like, okay, so this is once again a big issue. And they even address it in the video because Ziz tries to like walk around the topic, bring up pretty much everything TFT is known for. And Jonathan just literally says it, right? He goes, yes, we would essentially like to have ways to do pretty much all of the services that TFT offers. I'm paraphrasing, obviously, but that's pretty much the gist of it. Ziz goes ahead and kind of like walks around it, but they obviously read between the lines. They're like, yes, we understand. We want this to be where you don't have to go to a third party resource for this. However, we're still trying to figure out how we're going to do it effectively because there is a lot of balance that the average person may not expect, right? That would go into this, right? So they're trying to figure out a way to go ahead and balance it so it's not something that's like completely broken and stupid, just like an auction house that you literally buy everything and it just kind of almost promotes botting because you're just able to throw everything on the market and it like fucks up the economy. They don't want that to happen. So they're still trying to find ways, and they are moving in the right direction, it seems like, but they're still trying to figure out what the best solution is. And they even address last epoch's trade system, right? Where they're like, yes, we understand it's getting to a point in ARPGs where people are expecting trade, right? Or expecting a good trade system. We understand this. We're working on it. We're going to have it by PoE 2, but for as of right now with the PoE 1, we're still trying to figure out how we're going to balance that. Um, and that's more or less the gist of what I'm getting from this last part of the interview, right? So I'm super excited to see what they come up with in 3.24. Like I was mentioning, a couple of things that come to mind are going to be not only the Aisling, but Hillock and a bunch of other things from the Syndicate. If they itemize of anything else, I kind of don't know what else they can itemize, right? They were talking about like potentially looking into something with a bounty board. Ziz brings up a bounty board. He's like, would you guys ever think about that? They kind of humor it, but they point out all the flaws. I'm sorry. They point out all the flaws in that. And oh my God, is that Zana? Wait. What? I could have swore that they just flat out removed her from people. How long had? No way. There's no way that Zana's still been here. Navali's right there too. I don't. When I dropped this hideout, I'm pretty sure Navali and Zana were already removed. Can I? Okay, this is like completely off topic because this is the first time that I'm actually like noticing this. Is is Navali and Zana actually in here? Wait, hold up. Navali. Oh, image of Zana and image of Navali. Huh. That is really weird. Okay, so yeah, that's completely off topic. I don't even remember. I mean, maybe I'm just tripping and they have been there the entire time and I just haven't been acknowledging them because I really rarely go over here. So huh. But shout out to Navali and Zana. In case you're a newer player and you don't know who these two are, before Kirak, Zana was the Atlas Master. She's most likely coming back as an evil person. We all assume that, right? She's going to be some kind of boss. I'm already calling it, right? Because the amount of lore that went into Zana, there's no way they just got rid of her. And then Navali, I don't know Navali's lore, but she pretty much was the prophecy master. If you don't know what prophecies are, you don't need to know what prophecies are, right? It doesn't matter. It's no longer relevant. Um, quick TLDR, like corrupting tempest. Some of these things would have been prophecies. Monstrous treasure, right? But yeah, that's pretty much it. The point of this video is to let you guys know that the TFT drama worked, right? I'm going to go ahead and assume that, yes, we did draw enough attention to the issue. So I'd like to thank anyone who watched the video, like, comment, subscribe, anything about that video, interacted with mine or anybody's video, because I feel like that is actually the thing that pushed it over the edge, that made it so we're actually getting changes in 3.24. How good are the changes going to be? I can't tell you that, but at least we're moving in the right direction, and I'm super happy about that. So I'm gonna end this rant video here. Sorry, it was kind of all over the place, but just wanted to go ahead and keep you guys in the loop. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to stay up to date with this and future content. And until next time, take care.